Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
It's so good to see you. How have you been?
Good, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
I'm awesome. I'm excited for you to be here. So, since last time we met, tell me a little bit about what you've been up to and what kind of challenges you've encountered.
For me, I think it is a lot to do with time management, organizing my schedule. Things are going really well. I have a lot of things flowing in my life and opening up, and it's fantastic, but I do get caught up in saying no, saying yes, how to figure out where I put my energy, my time. So that's kind of where I'm focused right now, is trying to figure out where I fit into all of this.
Awesome.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it certainly does make sense. So you're kind of figuring out what your priorities are with your time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if it's okay with you, I'd love to kind of do a little vocal exercise, and
Sure.
we can figure out what's a good way to go.
Okay.
Awesome. So tell me, what are the kind of things that are on your plate right now that you would want to have more or less of?
More for certain is I have projects that I'm really passionate about that I'm sort of squeezing in when I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have more time dedicated to them. One of them is a book I'm writing with a card deck that goes with it. And then the other part is recordings, hypnotherapy sessions and things like that. And those pieces always kind of get put to the side because I have regular clients I work with every day. And so they're scheduled, they're a block of time, and then once those client sessions are done, I have some follow-up with that. So these other things always sort of get swept off. And then I find myself rushing to cram it in to get it done, to commit to a schedule.
That makes a lot of
To
sense.
release it or whatever, so.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what are the follow-up things that you have to say, because you have to do, because you said that you have all these follow-up things that you have to cram. What are those things?
Sure. So I have clients that have coaching packages, and within that package, so it's their time that we're actually on the phone together.
Okay.
And then the other part of that is the homework that I create for them. Sometimes the homework is created while I'm on the phone, and I'll say to them, okay, how do you feel about doing this or this or this? Because my intuition is such a big part of it, sometimes I wait till we're off the phone, I sit with it, meditate, connect, and then I'll get a couple more hits on what I need to do, and then putting those emails together to send back out. The other thing that they get as a part of their coaching package is a hypnotherapy session recorded. So I do that by myself. I write it based on what their needs are, then I record it all in the same day. So if I have 3 clients that morning, I'll do an hour on the phone with them, their homework, and then I'm recording. So that whole day is kind of consumed. I love it. It just doesn't leave much space for other things.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Sounds like you really cater to your client and you really support them in what they themselves individually need after your session and during that session. That's awesome. That's lovely. It's a beautiful service that you're offering, and I'm sure it really helps them transform and go towards what they're really wanting to accomplish. So are there any things during that process that you could automate a little bit more so you wouldn't have to spend as much time invest into your clients?
I'm kind of working on it. Basically, what I've noticed is the clients I work with have a similar stuff come up. And so what I thought about doing is taking the tracks I'm already recording, like for example, if it's forgiveness for one client, then chances are I'm going to have another client that's going to come up with that too. Instead of recording all of these separate hypnotherapy sessions, I think what I would like to do is make it so that I have certain topics and then give them that one from that topic. So it's still custom, but it's not 100% only what they use. It could be used in other ways so that my time is a little more effective.
Yeah, what a great idea. I love that. So do you feel if you did do that, how much time do you think that would open up for you, at least weekly?
Oh my gosh, probably, my hours a day. I mean, because I have X amount of clients per week, and so the rest of those days are then working on those sessions. So at least probably 6 to 10 hours a week it would free up easily.
Wow, that's huge. That's 40 hours a month.
Exactly. And there's the writing, then there's the recording, so all those pieces wouldn't have to be done that same way again. Or even finding a way to do it so that I tweak the process even where maybe I just have the scripts and then I have recorded segments or something where I can kind of piece it together to make it easier for myself.
I love that. That's a great idea. How long would it take you to kind of get all of the sessions together and recorded if you sat down and kind of laid that out?
It varies based on the length of the sessions. They're generally around 20 minutes each. I try to keep it 20 to 30 minutes each. Usually writing, I can write it in 15, 20 minutes and then record it in about half an hour. So it's almost an hour per person, but having it done would save that time. I think what I could do is just create a time block where I sit down and say, all right, I'm going to take this list of these topics, hash them out, record them, and have them ready to go. Something like that would be really helpful.
Awesome. That's great. Are you willing to do that, to put a line together and hash it out?
Yeah, absolutely. It would give me so much relief. I know it's a lot of upfront work, but I'm okay with that. Knowing the end result could be so much helpful down the road, you know?
Definitely, definitely. You could get your book written and you said you want to do like an oracle card that goes with the book?
Yeah, so there's a book and there's a card deck. They go together, and I have people asking for it already. So I know it's already something that people want. So I really want to put my energy into that too, because I love working with all different types of people. And so there's some people that the coaching packages just don't work for. They don't want that type of commitment, but they'll buy a book or they'll buy a card deck or have a one-time session. So I love having more time in my schedule for those things too, because it helps me to be of service in those other ways instead of just with the clients who can do the bigger coaching packages.
Right, totally. It would help you make an impact to all of the other clients that you said. They're like, Melissa, write your book.
Exactly. Where is it?
That's awesome. So are you willing to kind of set it in stone and make a commitment to
I would love
write down some topics and do a hypnotherapy session?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would love that, because then I could see having like a library, my own little library, and then I could just pull from them. And because you know how it is, like even if it's one topic, there's other layers to it that's going to help another thing or another situation. So I could use it for a variety of things instead of just one part of it.
Okay, awesome, great. Well, when are you willing to sit down and write that list?
This week. I can definitely do it this week. I have some free time, not free time, but I have some downtime where I'm not on the phone with clients, where I can start strategizing what those topics are and fit in a writing schedule and then a recording schedule and then figure out the logistics of delivery and stuff like that.
Excellent. So it looks like we're going to have to write the list of what hypnotherapy sessions you want to do. And then from there, what else would be required, you said?
So after writing the list, then actually write the content for each one.
Okay.
When I record it, some of them are improvised and I just kind of roll with it. But I feel like for that, I would want to have a little more structure since it's falling into a very specific topic.
Awesome.
And then the last part would be the actual recording, just getting it done.
Excellent. So do you feel like you'd be able to do these all this week, all 3 steps, or do you think we might want to break those down?
I'm going to have to break them up. I know for sure I can write the list this week, and I definitely can also plan the topics and start to kind of maybe take a portion of those topics. It depends. Like I have a lot of topics in my mind, so I'm thinking like 20 to 30 of them. So I'd say a fraction of that. So maybe start with the first 5 and have those written by the end of the week I could do. And then next week have those 5 recorded and the next 5 written. And I think that kind of a flow feels good. Like as we're talking, I think I could do that.
Good. I'm glad. That feels good for me too. So, well, how will I know that you've done this?
I can send you one.
Okay. Awesome.
When it's finished, and I could follow up and be accountable too, and send an email and say, here they are, or even have them loaded on my website, because I do want to have them in my shop too, for people that aren't my coaching clients to be able to purchase and experience that work. So
I love that. That's so beautiful. Great idea. Yeah, you'll be able to serve more people and in so many different ways as well.
Absolutely. That's my goal and my hope. So
beautiful. Well, I hold that vision for you.
Thank you very much. This is beautiful. You're easy to talk to, and I love that. I really appreciate that. I love just your way of communicating, as I have all these ideas popping into my head and opening up, and that's really cool. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Hey.